All right. All right, let's move straight to our next conversation. Misinformation, especially concerning national security, can ignite unnecessary tension and skepticism among citizens and international partners. Contrary to rumors, the Defense Headquarters has denied reports of plans to establish a French military base in Nigeria. An activist, Mahdi Shehu, had in a viral video claimed that some French military officers had arrived in Borno State as part of the process to set up a base. But the armed forces described the information as false and mischievous. Doctor, let me start with you. Where is this rumor coming?
Well, the man provided a video. But that video also formed the basis of the denial by the Nigerian army. What was the content of the video? A white man who was in military uniform speaking with a commander of Operation Adinkai.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that white man wasn't French, he was British. And what did they come to do? The normal partnership we have in terms of training and donation of equipment. We have so many MOUs with so many countries, the US, the UK, virtually everywhere.
So what you're saying is the activists just saw some
video.
A Nigerian army personnel and a white man, and he concluded.
Yes, and the conclusion must have been influenced, like some have said.
Yes.
Because listening to conversation by President Bola Tinubu's recent visit to France.
To France, yes.
So, even if you have a pact like that, it takes time to operationalize it. It's not up to 2 weeks the president returned from France.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, a base has come up. And I'm not sure that some of our people sit down to imagine what it takes to set up a military base. And is a military base something as small as this room? No, it is not. Because when you set up a military base, most of the time, it must be able to land at least an helicopter, even if not a plane.
Exactly.
It must have room for you to park your armored personnel carrier. Maybe a battalion must be there.
Sure.
So where do you keep those people? They sleep on the floor. You must erect structures for them. So it's not something that.
But where is the thought coming from? In the recent visit, did they talk about in the MOU that they would have a military base? For him to come up with such?
It's just this Nigerian factor of let's shout.
Just alarm. Just raise false alarm.
Yeah, that's it for me. And for a lot of people also.
Yes.
When you look at what has happened with ECOWAS of recent, they are trying to join two unrelated issues.
Which is?
We are partnering France in order to spite these French-speaking countries.
Okay.
So that those who are fighting France for trying to recolonize them, as they have claimed, are being supported by Nigeria, which now has the chairmanship of ECOWAS. I don't know if you get that. Nigeria's president is the,
I understand.
Is the chairman of ECOWAS. So he now wants to muzzle them
to spite,
into, some things don't just add up. If we have love for another country, it shouldn't supersede what you have for your own country. If you love Niger Republic,
okay,
being close to them and knowing that we share borders and all the rest, you should be reasonable with what you put out. That's what is important. You shouldn't just throw out rumors and believe that once you do it, they will come out and disclaim it or confirm it. That's not how to do activism. Activism of life.
Oh, okay, let me come to you here. But really, talk about Nigeria and France relation. Should Nigerians be concerned about Nigeria's relationship with France? You know, since the ouster of France from their former colonies, talk about Mali, Burkina Faso, you know,
I think that's the point that Dotun is trying to make about this Mali, Burkina Faso, Chad, and the rest. I think people that are talking about France, and especially the fact that our president, you know, has been trying to relate with the French president, just assume and conclude that these three countries that have refused France domination, that Nigeria is trying to, you know, replace them in terms. And you see, they don't just understand international relations, and they don't understand international diplomacy and politics. I think every leader will relate with people, with fellow leaders, based on common principles, friendship, relationship, and the rest. And that was why you saw a Trump, for instance, having a relationship with the Russian president. You understand? So it's because based on their relationship, even before Trump became president, you look at things that you can now do for one another once you have that relationship. And I want to believe that that is why our presidents, that is what informs the relationship between the Nigeria. And don't forget that even that French president has been in Nigeria.
Yes.
So it's like, it's a long term.
But back to the meat of the issue, should there be, this is mischief. What that activity, should there be tougher penalties for people who spread fake news?
This is what I want to say, that somebody, when the military and, you know, attack and arrest, this is the kind of people that they should have arrested. For example, not a journalist that is doing investigative story. This one now, the onus of proof should be on this Madi Shehu to show them where the military base is located.
It's cited.
That is, they should ask him to provide evidence. Because they've denied it twice now. I mean, sometimes when these kind of issues are raised and you keep saying no, before you know it, your denier could even provide legitimacy for the claim, for the wrong claim, especially when people see that you are not doing anything with the person or the people that are making
such allegations.
So that is why, in his own case, I don't know who he is. I think it should be asked to provide further evidence.
It would be a bad idea. The DSS invites him over. You know, let's have a conversation. Where did you?
You
know, it's possible he knows more than what even the military.
Probably.
So let's
probably. Yes, you know.
Because sometimes you ask yourself questions when people raise certain issues about certain laws that we have. And I always say it, once you don't run foul of the law, if you are picked up wrongly, people will be on your side.
Sure.
Because those laws have always been there. And this is a time to test one of them.
Exactly.
Because for us to say, okay, something like this happened in the past. You recollect that there was a time an American was snatched in Niger Republic and brought into Nigeria. You remember American soldiers came in to pick him?
Yes, they picked him.
And then all of a sudden people said, Americans have established a base in Nigeria. Whereas they came for only one man. And what did they do? They had their operational headquarters in Niger Republic and moved into Nigeria. Under 10 minutes, they were back with the man that they wanted. So when people don't have information and they spread rumors that can cause panic, it should be called in. It's not to punish them, but sometimes it's to tell them that, see, when you see things like this, you need to be calm. There is a way in which you can ask questions with even this video that this man put out.
Exactly.
When was this shot? Who are these people? You didn't ask those questions. And these things are very easy to find. Google has helped us. You can do a back finding, and you find this video with the correct title and everything. And if you don't know, you can then take that into an expert who can give you all the details, because that video is there online. It's there on the website of social media handles of the military.
All right, let's move straight to our final